Hey y'all, thanks for checking out Euclid Mining. And if you've been living under a rock, I guess you don't know, but Elon Musk bought Twitter. It happened on Thursday night, and since then, he's made, in the past comments about how he was going to be using Dogecoin as actual currency on the platform. And with his purchase, of course, you got Dogecoin just went ballistic, down at around 6 cents, up at 11.5 cents. You know, definitely jumped up. And because of that, take a look at Litecoin also. Litecoin had a little bit of a jump also, which was nice, drop, but it came back up. And that's good. Now, of course, we'd love to see Litecoin a lot higher. And everything is down right now in the bear market, but this did make the L3 Plus profitable again. And here it is at 21 cents. And I'll tell you what, it's not much, right? It's definitely not much, but I'll tell you what, it's in the black. And that's really what we're looking for here. So that's the what's a mine for their ASICs. Here's miner stat. Miner stat's coming in at a break even, actually at a loss for Doge and Litecoin at 9 cents. Now I do have that set at the 10 cent per kilowatt hour. Let's see, that's 504 at 800. What do they have it on here? 504 at 705. So yeah, so that's actually a little bit lower. If we look at ASIC miner value, 15 cents. And this one a little surprisingly, but over on NiceHash, they're paying out 31 cents for that L3 Plus. So that one's actually the big winner, which I don't endorse NiceHash much at all. I used them when I first started off mining because I didn't know better. And of course, all the stories and everything else. But, that's the choice that you make for yourselves. But right now, it is profitable. Some saying zero, some saying 21 cents, 15 cents, and 31 cents. So not bad at all. I think that must be, yeah, that's with the 10 cents also. So 31 cents there. Not bad. It is nice to see it again coming up. Dogecoin, if you had Dogecoin now, you know me, I'm on lockdown. Today's the 30th. It's been 11 days. I've got another 19 days to go before I can fire up anything in my electricity mining jail right now until we sort out the electricity here at the house. But, it's something that had to be done. It's a shame that it happened now. I didn't have any of my L3s running. I did have one of them running just mining the Nyan coin, which is a joke anyway. I don't even know why I've been running it, but I ran it. I shut it down also. But at one point I think I had 3 or 4 of the L3s running just because they were only just minor negative. And a lot of people will say, why don't you just buy it? I get a lot of comments from a lot of different people who say they're mining still. And a lot of people that reply back, especially to my videos, that, why don't you just buy it and be done with it? Somebody even said that if you have different wallets and you need to move them all around, you're paying the fees for moving them or converting them or whatever you're doing. But realistically, I think anybody who's mining right now is really just sitting on everything they have. Or at least I am. I'm not looking to sell. And I, would have probably had a couple of these running. Now, I've been a little tight in the pocket lately. I had to get my car fixed. It cost me a little bit over $3,000 to get my car fixed. What a tough pill to swallow. So because of that, I've been having to shell out extra money. I put it on my credit card. I hate having debt. So I've just been shelling, an extra $1,000 a month on that card, trying to pay it off. And because of that, I haven't had that extra money like I typically would to have my miners running anyway. So I've had everything shut down anyway. And during this bear market, it just, sort of worked out. But typically I'd probably have 4 of my L3s running. I did keep that one running just for the hell of it on the Nyan coin, but obviously 2020 hindsight should have had the just running on Doge, and just, if I was going to take a loss on anything, it should have been something that actually has a future. Nyan coin, the price action is everywhere. So it's really just a question of having enough of it and getting out at the right time. But like I've said before too, I'm really not interested in selling right now. And I think a lot of people, not financial advice, but really should be holding on to a lot of their coins and tokens and just sitting on them and trying not to sell as often as everybody is, because it really doesn't help anything. As soon as price goes up on any coin or token like this, you can see an immediate drop off. You can see, it got up a little bit and then it dropped. Someone obviously dumped a little, got up a little higher, dumped again. We'll see where this stays. We'll see if this news will continue to snowball. Will Doge, run up to be $5? No, but could it get up to 15 cents? It could ride this wave and maybe get there. But we're going to watch it and see where it goes. Litecoin also, you can see it just spiked up, did really well. And then, we had a little bit of a dump and then a huge, went back up again, a little bit of a dump over here. But, this is, people mining with the L7s, and they're sitting on a lot of coins too, I'm sure. So, at 10 grand or $12,000 for one of those L7s, I'm sure a lot of them are looking to recoup some more money. And when you see a little bit of a spike going from, excuse me, I just had some pasta, $52 to $57, you see a $5 jump, and you want to, try to recoup a little extra money, you can see where it went right there. But nonetheless, if we all hold on a little bit longer, we'll see where it all ends up. This could be going on for a bit longer, but it is positive to see this every so often, a little break in the clouds, a little couple rays of sunshine coming through, and it is nice to see a couple bucks coming back. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see how long it lasts. Unfortunately, I won't be joining y'all in this quick little pump. I would say that if you're just firing your miners back up now, you've basically already missed it. By the time you stack a couple coins, who knows where this will go. Really, you need to be spec mining. Of course, not financial advice. Do what's best for your pocket or pocketbook. But you need to be spec mining this whole time. If I had kept, let's say 4 of those miners running this whole time, I would have amassed good little pile of Dogecoin and Litecoin. And right now, when it's almost doubled in price, then you could have sold off and made a few bucks again. I'm not trying to do that right now. Of course, like I always say, do what's best for your pocket or pocketbook. And if you got to dump, then you got to dump. You got your own bills to pay. I don't pay your bills. You pay your own bills, and you know what you got to do. And if you've been spec mining and putting a lot of money out of your own pocket during that time, and now here's your chance to make some of that back, or at least get closer to even, you do what you got to do. So, it is what it is. But, with Elon Musk buying this $44 billion, and there's already been a lot of drama. I won't even get into the other stories on this one with Elon Musk putting out some tweet about Pelosi and the some conspiracy, and, of course, MSNBC and CNN and everybody else immediately goes after this guy now because he took over Twitter. So it's going to be a little bit of a poop storm for a while with this. But let's see if Dogecoin can just keep on riding that wave, because, you look back and it's been flatline. It hasn't even been flatline. It's been actually going down a little bit, starting at 5.8, getting down to, I guess it's 6. Just slightly going down. So this was a real nice surprise. I think anybody who's been mining for the past 3 months or so and has been flatlining it and really just losing a little bit of money on this, because I'll tell you the truth, it wasn't too bad even when it was a lot lower. It was maybe losing 10 cents a day, which obviously is, but when you look at GPUs and things like that and what you're losing in there, just one GPU could be losing you 10 cents a day, or at least a nickel. So, when you talk about this miner losing 10 cents a day, that wasn't as bad overall for spec mining. You're losing 10 cents a day. This miner cost about $60 a month to run. So, again, you could buy it and just sit on it and wait for it to get better. I enjoy mining. I enjoy, I know it sounds crazy, but I enjoy when I run into some problems. I love troubleshooting. I love trying to figure things out. And, That's why I got into a lot of this, was because I enjoyed working with them. So, for spending like $60 a month on the electricity, and like I've said it before, it's almost like paying for a hobby. So I don't mind spec mining and losing a couple bucks if I had two miners running, and it's costing me $120 a month. I don't know. I look at it as being a little fun, a lot of spec mining. And you know what? It's a lot like buying a lottery ticket. I'll tell you, all of this nowadays is like buying a lottery ticket. You just kind of go with the flow and, see where you end up. You never know if your number is going to get drawn, whether it be Dogecoin and Litecoin all of a sudden popping, or something else. We can even take a peek really quick just so we can look at some other numbers on there, just for reference. Bitcoin and everything else is doing really decently. Bitcoin, 20,000, almost 600. That's up from around, let's do a full 30 days out. You can see that was down into the 19,500, 19,000 there, 19,500. So when it's up 20,500, it's up $1,000. So that's nice to see a little pump in there. Of course, Ethereum did have a nice little jump. That was down at about 1250. It definitely dipped down. To see that almost at $1,600. That's nice to see that Ethereum is starting to come up again. Not like, I guess, maybe I get a little hate mail on that one. And not like anybody really gives a rat's ass about Ethereum and where it's going, because, unless you're involved in that blockchain for doing whatever projects you may be doing, it's not a mineable coin anymore. So it's really, I guess, has not much bearing. But some of these other ones are all seeing a little bit of a price increase, not as much, 7%, 20% on Ethereum. Dogecoin, 92%, almost doubled. But a lot of these other ones over this past week, have been seeing a little bit extra. Uniswap up. There's a couple that have done, halfway decent on these. So it's good to see it. It's nice to see it. It's nice to see a little bit of a swing. Are we getting out of this anytime soon? A lot of predictions, a lot of people talking about it. I mean, what would I say? A year. That's what it seems. From the last, bull to bear to bull, and now back to a bear. Watching the pattern, watching what it's going, watching some of the OGs out there that have been through this before. They're all calling for a year to a year and a half. It looks like it'll be probably, 8, 9, 10, 12 months before we start to see anything. And, it is what it is. So really just have to accept that and, make the decisions for yourself. Prices have come down on GPUs and ASICs. I see a lot of these L3s and L3++s still selling for around $250. Even with this jump, I would have expected everyone to start, reposting for like $400 and $500, because people will immediately want to fire up their machines when they see this, not realizing that they probably already missed it. Because like I said, it's going to take you a couple days. Even if you had a dozen of these machines going, it's going to take you a couple days to stack up some coins and then try to sell them off if that's what your intention is. But if this, wave doesn't continue on, and as you can see, it has dropped down, and we'll see where this goes. Is this going to be another, head and shoulders kind of a thing where it's just going to go up, do a couple peaks, and then come back down? We'll see if Elon Musk does, implement something for taking Dogecoin as a form of currency. We could definitely see Dogecoin going back up. Who knows, maybe 20 cents. Who knows where it'll go? It's just a prediction, because, just the fact that he bought it and the mention about this doubled the price. I think that if he actually did do something like this, you could see Dogecoin definitely going up to another, doubling again on top of that. So is it worth getting into it? I'll tell you what, again, unfortunately, I'm on lockdown, 19 more days. Got like an eyelash in my eye. So I got another 19 days, and there's really nothing I can do about it. But if anybody else was going to be a little bullish on this news, who knows? Maybe it could hit that 25 cents. And it is worth turning them back on. But again, that's up to you and what you got going on. These machines are still relatively cheap. I don't recommend, getting into it now and spending the money. I mean, if these are going for $100, I'll tell you the truth, I might buy, another 4 or 5 of them just to have them. And hopefully in a year, ASIC, development wouldn't have surpassed these, kind of like how the S9, compared to say the S19, J or something, or the S19 Pro, is dwarfed these other machines now, that it's almost, you've already missed it. So will the L3 Plus, the L3 Plus Plus still be viable in a year with new ASICs coming out, or are ASICs going to slow down and they're not going to really come out as much unless you find ones that are even better than, say, the L7? But then, of course, you're going to be looking at a $15,000, $20,000 price tag. And I know I can't get that one, right? I mean, this is my speed. Unfortunately, I wish I could get an L7. I wish I had 10 grand. I wish I could get one. I wish I could get one even used for, 7 or 8,000. But unfortunately, that's just so far out of my league, out of what I can afford, that this is what I got. So you know what? This is what I deal with, and this is what I'm going to have to do my best with. And I've got a bunch downstairs, and hopefully this continues to go for a little bit longer than 19 days, so I can at least get on board with this and catch up with a little bit of it, especially if it does go to an actual coin that's accepted on Twitter, because then I'll really be upset that I've missed that boat, because it's right now, if I was going to be mining, or prior, like I said, if I had 4 of these running, I would have stacked up a little bit, a good little pile. But unfortunately, I did not. So if you did, congratulations. If you're still running, good for you. If you're just thinking of firing yours up, good luck. We'll see where this goes. Like I said, just going to have to watch this for the next couple of days and see if this downward just continues to slant all the way back to where it was at 5 cents or 6 cents. And, see where we'll end up with that. But for now, it's profitable, and that's the bottom line. So it's nice to see something profitable. Not much else is profitable right now. So I'm still waiting for my confirmation on those 2 ASICs I did just buy. I bought that Cadena, and I bought the SC box as well. And the KD Box Pro is the one I got. So I'm dying to get that email. It said it would be 7 to 10 days from shipping after confirmation. And I believe there's an up to 10-day handling time. So I bought that, I think, just about 3 or 4 days ago. So I got another up to 6 days of handling. And then another, I think it's 7. I think it's 7 days. It was 7 to 10 or 5 to 7, something like that, for shipping. So I could be looking at, another 10 to 14 days before I receive it, which will work out pretty good. I'll probably put a video together of setting it up and getting that thing going. Obviously, I'll have to turn it back off and wait a couple more days after that. And but on the 19th day, when I hit my 30th day, you are definitely going to see the neighborhood lights dim down just a little bit as I fire everything up. And I'm gonna get back by then. I think actually it'll work out also, because I'll be just coming out of paying off my credit card for the car, and then that will free up more money. Like I said, I'm paying out an extra $1,000 a month on that card right now, just to bring that back down. What a miserable repair! And it's just a tough pill to swallow. But again, it's actually kind of worked out that I've decided to do this now. My car had broke down, and I've been paying that off. So with profitability being so low and not having everything else running, it just kind of sort of worked out, if there is a silver lining to this in my situation. But just a couple more days, and we'll back up and running. So anyway, y'all, I appreciate you checking in. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button. It's right over there. If you watch any of my other videos, I'll probably put a video up right over there about the L3, setting it up and getting yours going, if you're interested in getting one going. Otherwise, thanks for checking in, and I'll see y'all next time. Keep on mining.